Hello, trader. Hope that you had an enjoyable trading day. So, looking at British Pound US dollar and Euro dollar, both of these instruments currently showing significant trading opportunity. British Pound US dollar, looking at first of all monthly chart to see overall picture in the market, and then we'll be looking at also Euro dollar. Now, looking at GBP USD, we can see that GBP USD there is a long wick at the top, and also there is a long wick at the bottom. Previous months has formed a textbook middleman, which is potentially bullish market structure. As this is the monthly candle, and you can see that the price already tested this support from the monthly, and there is a bounce. We can expect GBP USD to move back up to create a new higher high from the monthly perspective, and we can see that there is a previous resistance line here on the monthly, which is a long term resistance. We could see that eventually monthly perspective GBPUSD going back to this monthly resistance line. Dropping down to the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly, this is the weekly doji formation, back to back two weekly doji form a very strong bullish price action. We can see that there is a strong impulse followed by deeper correction, and we can see another impulse followed by deeper correction. Back to back two important doji formation on British Pound US dollar, and from the support we can see the price has got a bounce. Now this week we can see that there was no effort from the sellers, which is a sign that British Pound US dollar is potentially bullish market. Now dropping down to the daily to see how the price is doing, we can see that from the daily perspective, this is the daily impulse followed by very narrow doji, followed by previous day we saw another strong bullish price action. Today so far we can see the market tested this support level here, and from that support what we can expect now GBPUSD to remain bullish. As tomorrow there is also high impact news coming on GBP, expecting for the market to bounce back up to the resistance line. From the intraday perspective, we see that previous session has formed a typical liquidity candle formation. We can see the previous session there is a very important liquidity candle which is also aligning with the daily support. Today's low is at 1.13197, and if we look at the lower time frame we'll be waiting for a retest, and I think that GBPUSD may try to grab liquidity from that zone, as we have seen a bullish engulfer. If the market drop back to that level, to the support, or even breaking that low, can give us potential entry opportunity on British Pound US dollar. This is where I will be waiting for entry. If we see the price has broken that previous liquidity zone, and lower time frame price action confirmation can give us suitable entry opportunity according to the rules of our strategies. Now let's look at euro dollar. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have on euro dollar. Looking at the monthly chart, from the monthly we can see that this is the monthly candle. There is a long wick at the top, and also there is a we can see that from the monthly also a healthy body, expecting euro dollar to retest the support and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly chart, we can see that from the weekly, this is the weekly doji previous week. For previous week also, there is another weekly candle. So quite a few liquidity candle as well from the weekly. This week we saw that there is a gap open, and then the market has made another bounce towards the upside. If we look at the daily chart on euro dollar, we can see that from the daily, this is the daily impulse followed by correction, and we can see another impulse on euro dollar. This is the weekly daily bullish engulfer with a gap open. And what we can see that from the daily perspective today so far, the market has tested the support, expecting euro dollar to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Looking at the lower time frame price action from 4 hour perspective, we see that there is also a very strong liquidity candle formation, back to back two important liquidity candle, expecting euro dollar also to drop back below that level. As below this level there is also high liquidity. As the price moves from liquidity to liquidity, we'll be waiting for euro dollar to break, grab liquidity, and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. As soon as you will see the price has tested this level after lower time frame price action confirmation, we can look for going long on euro dollar with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoyed this analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.